Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Dr. Shazali. Today we will be presenting an overview of Pirate Cabin Cafe, SRO, a small food and beverage business that has recently been handed over to its current owner, Mrs. Azila binti Yahya. This presentation aims to provide a general understanding of the business by discussing its background and key characteristics as a sole proprietorship. In addition, it will explain the classification of assets, methods of purchasing, and the process involved in recording business transactions. Furthermore, the presentation will highlight the strength and weakness of Pirate Cabin in order to evaluate its operational and financial practices. Overall, this presentation is prepared for academic purposes to enhance our understanding of how a small-scale food and beverages business operates from both a managerial and accounting perspective.
This business was originally owned and operated by the previous employer. Recently, it has been handed over to Azila binti Yahya to continue managing and running the operation. It started in 2018 and has been operating for about 6 to 7 years. The business is located in Laman Desaru in the TUCC housing area. It is strategic location in a neighborhood setting has helped it build a strong and loyal customer base over the years.
Next, I will explain about the business characteristic. Firstly, Pirate Cabin Cafe is a cafe that offers a variety of caffeinated beverages and snacks. The business operates as a sole proprietorship and is registered under the Business Registration Act 1957. The cafe started its operation in 2018. Other than that, the owner of Pirate Cabin Cafe is Mrs. Azila binti Yahya, a graduate of SMKI Tawatu, Kota Tinggi, who holds the Sri Pelajaran Malaysia SPM qualification. She also possesses a business certificate which supports her knowledge in managing the business. As the cafe is an unincorporated business, it does not require extensive paperwork or complex legal formalities to operate. In terms of capital, Mrs. Azila invested less than 1,000 ringgit to start the business. This low capital requirement was possible because she took over the cafe from the previous owner, where all essential machines and equipment were already available. The capital was mainly used to purchase ingredients and other daily operational needs. Pirate Cabin Cafe has unlimited liability, meaning that if the business fails and its assets are insufficient to settle its debts, creditors may claim against Mrs. Azila's personal assets. Although there is no obligation for a sole proprietorship to keep accounting records, Mrs. Azila maintains proper books of accounts as a part of responsible business management. Since the cafe is a sole proprietorship, there is no profit sharing and all profits and losses belong entirely to Mrs. Azila.
In this part, I will explain how all items in coffee shop Pirates are recorded and classified into 5 categories. First, asset, liabilities, capital, revenue, and expenses. This classification is important because it helps the business record transaction correctly, shows the true financial position, and helps the owner plan for the future. Assets are resources owned by Pirate Coffee that are used to run daily operations. For current asset, the shop has cash on hand, bank balance, and inventory, such as coffee powder, milk, flavorings, food ingredients, and drink containers. These items are used every day and need to be replaced regularly, so the business can continue operating smoothly. For non-current asset, Pirate Coffee owns long-term items that are used for more than 1 year. These include the rented premises, coffee machines, waffle maker, water boiler, toaster, and furniture like tables and chairs. And these assets are important because they help the shop prepare its product and provide a comfortable environment for customers. Liabilities are debts or financial obligations that a business owes to other parties. However, Pirate Coffee currently does not have any liabilities. All purchases, such as ingredients and supplies, are paid immediately when ordered. The business also does not have any bank loans or outstanding bills. Operating without liabilities makes the business easier to manage and reduce financial risk. Also, allows the owner to focus on daily operation and service improvement. For capital, capital represents the owner's investment in the business. For Pirate Coffee, the current owner invested less than 1,000 ringgit to continue operating the shop. In addition, the business still use equipment provided by the previous owner, such as the coffee machine, grinder, fridge, table, and chairs. Even though no new large investment was made, these existing assets are considered capital because they are resources used to run the business and represent the owner's ownership interest. Revenue is the income earned from the main business activities. For Pirate Coffee, most of the revenue comes from selling hot and cold coffee drinks. The shop also earns additional income from food items such as instant noodle, waffle, and fish crackers, as well as cold drinks like iced chocolate and flavored beverage. All these sales contribute to the shop total revenue and help cover daily operating costs. Now we move to expenses. Expenses are costs incurred to operate the business and generate revenue. Pirate Coffee's main expenses include purchasing ingredients and raw materials like coffee beans, sugar, flavorings, flour, and instant noodles. The shop also pays staff salaries to ensure smooth operations. Other expenses include utility bills, packaging material such as cups and lids, and rent for the shop space. Recording and tracking these expenses is important to help the owner control costs and keep the business running efficiently. The recording process is the way Pirate Coffee records all its transactions, including sales, purchases, and expenses, in a systematic way. All transactions are recorded based on receipt or other supporting documents. This process helps the owners track money coming in and going out, maintain accurate records, and prepare basic financial statements when needed. First, let's talk about sales recording. Every daily sale is recorded in a logbook. This includes coffee, food, pastry, and cold drinks. The owner writes down the total sales for each day. This helps monitor which products sell well and ensure that no sale are missed. Next is purchase recording. Whenever the shop buy ingredients or supplies, receipts are kept as a proof of payment. Details like the date, item, quantity, and total amount are recorded. This helps the owner track expenses and prevent missing any cost records. Expenses recording is also very important. All other costs such as staff salaries, utilities, packaging materials, and rent are recorded. This helps the owner monitor cash flow, control costs, and stay within the planned budget. All transactions are organized in a book of accounts, which is usually a simple notebook or logbook. The records are updated regularly to make sure everything is accurate and consistent. This system allows the owner to check the business financial position without using complex accounting software. Finally, the recorded transactions are reviewed weekly or monthly to evaluate the shop performance. This also helps in preparing income statement and supports better planning and decision making for the business. In short, the recording process is very important for Pirate Coffee to manage daily operations efficiently and make accurate business decisions. That's all.
I will continue for my part. In every business that is developed, they will have their own strength and weakness of the financial recording process. One of the strengths in the financial recording of this shop is sales recording. Pirates Coffee are recorded all the sale transactions on a daily basis, including cash and non-cash sales. The benefits of sale recording is that tax preparation was smoother with clear records of deductible expenses, and it is easier for the shops to spot weird spending patterns. Next, the strength of the financial recording process of this shop is purchase recording. For example, purchases of coffee beans, ingredients, and packaging materials. The importance of purchasing records is the shop can tracking of progress in procurement process because it is can help to determine which offers are best suited for purchase needs of the shops. Purchasing records importance because the shop can keep tracks of payments. This information can be used to investigate fraud related to procurement process. This information can be used in investigating fraud related to procurement process. Another strength is financial monitoring and reporting. The benefits of financial monitoring is that it allows more efficient tracking of expenses and payments so that they can make informed decisions. The benefits of financial monitoring is that it allows more efficient tracking of expenses and payments so that they can make informed decisions about budgeting and cash flow management. Financial monitoring can also build security features that can help the shop to protect the sensitive information from unauthorized access. However, recording process for this shop has their own weakness. The first weakness experienced by this store is on expenses record. The weakness of expenses record are basically held because of human error and inaccuracy. For example, human error will occur due to data entry mistakes such as simple typos or miscalculations. Other than that, the weakness recording process for these shops is books of accounts. The problem's books of account is limited reporting analysis. This will be held especially with simpler systems like single entry bookkeeping or preparing comprehensive financial statements. For example, in this shop, they record all the transactions using books of accounts. They need to maintain a proper accounting records to ensure compliance with accounting standards. That's all for me. Thank you. In conclusion, sole proprietorship is more beneficial to the owner than a partnership. It is because owners have full authority to control their business, such as profits will only belong to the owner of the shops. Sole proprietorship also the simplest form of business structure and easy to start the business. Furthermore, proprietors control all aspects of their business such as production, sales, and other things. Besides that, a sole proprietorship is a much better than partnership because the business has no independent legal status from the partners unless a partnership agreement with alternative provision is put in place. Other than that, partnership also have high potential for difference and conflict. This is because each member has their opinion and ways to further develop their business. That's all. Thank you.